Hi, I'm Oscar Plano, I play for Valladolid, and you're watching La Liga World.
On this week's La Liga World, we're off to Valladolid to meet up with one of the side's heroes from last season's promotion battle. Oscar Plano will be looking back at the playoffs and talking about his ambitions for the campaign ahead.
In Vitoria, we'll be spending some time with one of Alaves's upcoming players. We'll be getting to know more about Martin Aguirre Gaviria.
We finish our travels for today in Valencia, where we'll spend some time at the Mestalla with one of Los Che's great legends. Miguel Angel Angulo will be looking back at the club's most successful years and previewing their new season.
The city went completely crazy about the final.
Valladolid up against Numancia, scheduled 8:30 local time.
Almost 75% of the population watched the game. It ended up as a great celebration. It was wonderful seeing happy faces all over the city. That fills us with pride. The fans are such an important part of our promotion success.
Now can Valladolid finish this off in style? Jaime Mata ducks inside, rounds one player and smashes the ball in. Valladolid are going on to La Liga Santander.
I'm really excited. Having Real Valladolid in the best league in the world and playing against the very best is a great thing for us in the city. We're looking forward to once again hosting top-flight football here and having the top clubs visit us. As for us, right from the start, we knew we had a great team, a great unit, and that we were going to go far. It's true that we did hit a slight slump, and it looked like we might miss out. But we changed our coach, and that made the difference. It was like a breath of fresh air. We managed the final push and got into the playoffs. Once there, we were in a new league, one with 4 clubs, in which we came out the strongest. After 14 years at the Casablanca, which is one of the best footballing academies in the world, you learn a lot of things. I played alongside great players, world-class players. I learned a lot from the experience. I've tried to put into practice what I've learned during my playing career, and it's helped me get where I am, which is to now be playing in the first division. All the advice I got in my early days, I'm still incorporating that into my daily life as a professional. Of course, it's difficult to leave Real Madrid. It's a big change. After all, you're at the greatest club in the world. But I made a decision, and Alcorcón made me feel very welcome from the first moment. They showed a lot of confidence and faith in me, and I'm very grateful to them. Being part of their small family setup made me feel comfortable and at home. They were helpful in every way. I owe them a lot. I settled in here very well. We had a great season, and there was a great feeling in the squad, and the fans were with us from the beginning until the end. And then it all finished with something the club and the city had been longing for, promotion to the top flight. The teams that survive till the end tend to be better prepared and equipped because they've been involved in what is as good as a final every weekend. We were on a roll and made the best of it. We were very strong, we all pitched in, and that showed on the field of play. We helped and encouraged each other, everything clicked, and we were able to make the best of the moment. We were in a good position coming into our game at Gijón. At home we were really strong. We knew if we played the way we'd been playing, we'd make it difficult for them. We had 20 minutes in which we waved a magic wand and scored 3 times. They came at us in Gijón. They had a great team. We knew it would be difficult despite our advantage. But the team was in great form. We were all relaxed and we were sure we were going to get promoted. We knew, however, that we still hadn't achieved anything. Getting to the final was nothing to celebrate, and there were still 2 games to go. And we were up against a team like Numancia, and they were in fine form. They just knocked out Real Zaragoza, who were one of the best teams in La Liga 1-2-3. We played a brilliant game and came away with quite an advantage, but we weren't about to celebrate anything until everything was cut and dried. The 3-0 victory in Soria meant that we were on the verge of making it to the first division. But we also knew how tough football is at this level. We might have been 2-0 up, but we knew that in 10 minutes the tables could turn, and that they would be back on terms, and then we'd be up against it. We knew that the fans got right behind us, and that gave us an extra push. And in the end, Real Valladolid made it to the top flight, which is what we had been all hoping for.
Across the peninsula on holiday, but still a good turnout. And La Liga Santander 2018-19 is underway.
There are lots of young players in the team. A lot of them have come through the academy. They're all raring to go and full of enthusiasm, which adds a youthful enjoyment to our game. They remind me a lot of myself when I was at Real Madrid, and I was happy to be in the presence of my heroes. We have to take advantage of all this. The players who have arrived from other clubs are all quality players. We know it's going to be a demanding season, but we're very excited about being able to play at the very top level. He only stopped being a footballer a short while ago, and you can tell that, as he's a coach that's very close to the players. He knows how to handle the dressing room and how to lead the group. He brought us that extra something which took us into La Liga. More than anything else, to return to the Santiago Bernabeu, which was my home for 14 years. It's something I'm really excited about. I'm really looking forward to going back there. Well, the players you see on TV, Griezmann, Messi, they're all fantastic professionals, but we shouldn't be afraid of them coming here. We should be looking forward to making their lives at the Zorrilla as difficult as possible. The atmosphere at the José Zorrilla Stadium should be worth a goal in itself. I'm sure that with the fan support, we're going to have a great season.
Marcos Senna is one of those players who will always have a place in the recollections of all football fans, and especially fans of Villarreal, his lifelong club. Born in the Sao Paulo favelas, Villarreal signed him in the summer of 2002 from São Caetano for less than €1 million. He had a delicate and deft right foot, was a specialist at set pieces and great at long-distance shots. Marcos Senna worked non-stop and brought a perfect balance to the team. He made life easier for all his teammates. He had a difficult start in La Liga. 2 serious knee injuries meant he barely played in his first 2 seasons. But Marcos Senna is not the type to give up. He came back and made history. Senna went on to do it all. He was a fixture in the team for the next 9 seasons and has made the second highest number of appearances for the club. Only Bruno Soriano, another legend at the Yellow Submarine, has played more times. Senna was always there. Through the rough and the smooth, he led the club when they were in the second division for a year and played a decisive role in their rapid return to the top flight. He left them back in the top flight where they belonged and went on to finish his playing career in the United States.
10 years ago, the 2008-2009 campaign was about to kick off. All the major teams in La Liga had been busy in the summer strengthening their squads before the transfer market closed. The reigning champions Real Madrid's big signing was Rafael van der Vaart from Hamburg. Barcelona brought in a lot more players. They were about to start a new era with the arrival of Pep Guardiola in the dugout in place of Frank Rijkaard. The Catalan coach provoked a real turnaround in the Barca squad. Previously prized players like Ronaldinho and Deco left the club's ranks, and new players like Dani Alves, Seydou Keita, and a youthful Gerard Piqué, who was returning home, came into the picture. Guardiola also introduced Sergio Busquets and Pedro Rodriguez to the first team that season, and they both made quite an impact. Pellegrini's Villarreal, who had just come second the previous season, signed Canyo Ibagaza, who had just had a great year at Mallorca with 5 goals and 15 assists. The Yellow Submarine also brought in Joseba Llorente, who would end the campaign as their top marksman with 15 goals. Another big piece of pre-season news was Dani Guita's departure from Mallorca. He had been top scorer in La Liga the season before with 27 goals. The Ghanaian Alassane Keita was brought in to replace him. Valencia were entering a new era. After an inconsistent season, Unai Emery was chosen to put a smile back on the face of the fans at Mestalla. Emery was responsible for bringing Pablo Hernandez to Valencia from Getafe. A familiar face returned to Osasuna, Santi Ezquerro, who was back in the club's ranks after a spell at Barcelona. The club from Navarra also signed Masoud Shojai, the second Iranian in La Liga, and he will be joining up with his fellow countryman, Javad Nakunam. As for the newly promoted teams, Numancia made a big signing in Barquero, who would find the net 12 times and be top goal scorer for the club that season. Meanwhile, Picho Cuellar joined Sporting Gijón. He would go on to play in goal for them for another 9 seasons.
More than 6,500 square metres of playing surface. One of the most prized treasures in the world of football. One of the keys to success for the best league in the world is having some of the most beautiful pitches on the planet. On their return to La Liga Santander, Rayo Vallecano have done everything possible to make their return to the top flight perfect. Among the preparations, a new pitch has been laid at the Vallecas.
Today we start our work to renovate this playing surface, which has been badly damaged by weeds. Today, in fact, we're going to start the treatment by applying a herbicide, and after that we'll leave it for a couple of days so the herbicide can take effect. Once the grass is dead, we then extract it. We've got a special machine for the job. It extracts all the grass, which is then taken to the dump. Next, we apply a large amount of sand to the surface, and then it all goes through a process known as rotivation, which mixes the new sand with the earth that's already there. We adjust the final level of the surface with a laser, so the pitch is absolutely level, and then we sow the seed. We use special grass seeds for the task. They're composed of 50% raygrass and 50% Poa pratensis. And we estimate that the pitch will be match ready within 8 or 9 weeks. Well, after the base layer that you saw us put down 2 months ago, I think it was halfway through June, well, this has helped. The grass that you see we have here now has helped it to take. We work really calmly, but we didn't have that much time. But we have a really dense grass with 3 different types of grass, and that which will give us better protection against diseases and resistance to changes in the climate. It's a magnificent pitch. We're delighted with it. We can't wait for the kickoff.
Hi, I'm Martin Aguirre Gaviria and I play for Alaves. I've been playing for the club since I was 11 or 12. I started in the juniors and now I'm in the first team. I'm a footballer because I love football. It's my passion. It's what I enjoy doing day in, day out, and I'm lucky enough to be playing here in my city and for the team I've supported since I was a child. As you'd expect, the first day I stepped into the dressing room, I was a bit nervous, but I was also excited and happy. I was sitting alongside the footballers that I had watched playing every Sunday, and I was pleased. The fact is, all my coaches and teammates have helped me a lot. The captains are always a little closer. They can give you a little push when needed, and that can always be useful. I look up to a number of players in the team, the captain, of course, and then there are other players who help me out a lot. I remember my debut in La Liga. That was at Girona. The boss gave the pre-match talk in the hotel, and that was when I learned I would be in the starting lineup. My debut was a pretty crazy game. We beat Girona 3-2. I have fond memories of that day. A hat-trick from Ibai Gomez. Just by chance, my father was sitting in the stands as he happened to be working in Barcelona for a few days. I play as a right-back. When I was younger, I used to play as a winger, but by the time I'd finished with the youth teams, I was a full-back. My favourite position, the only one I'm comfortable in, is right-back, although I can, if needs be, play on the left. My strengths are speed, power, and hard work. Tactically, I've got to improve both defensively and offensively. I keep a keen eye on other right-backs, those with Real Madrid, Barca and the big clubs, but I also watch those who play in smaller clubs. There are some really great right-backs around these days. My heroes are players like Carvajal and Bellerin, because they're great players as well as being great fullbacks. I choose to have the left foot of Messi, to be tactically as good as Sergio Busquets, and the positional sense of Toni Kroos. It would be a dream come true to play in a final with Alaves or in a deciding game for a competition, just like my teammates did 2 years ago. From a personal point of view, I'd like to spend a lot of years in the top flight and play in as many games as possible.
Hi, I'm Miguel Ángel Angulo, and Valencia are my club. I was with Valencia for 13 seasons. I played in 499 games and I won 9 titles. The best memory of my time with the team was the first trophy I ever won, the Copa del Rey in Seville. That first title was all the more exciting because I was still young. It also meant a lot because it was the first trophy the club had won in the last 30 years. I'll never forget Joaquin because of his influence on us and his presence in the dressing room. What's more, we both played in the same position and always got on well together. Valencia Club de Football is known all over the world. It's got a reputation across Europe and is considered to be one of the biggest teams in Spanish football. This year is the centenary of the club's foundation, which was on the 18th of March 1919. It's a special year for all Valencia fans, for the club, and for a stadium that has witnessed so much history. Valencia play their games at Mestalla. It's a stadium where the fans get right behind the team, and where the opposition often comes away saying how tough their rivals were, how difficult it was to win, and how the pressure of the home fans really got to them. Valencia fans are passionate and very faithful. They always turn up no matter the opposition. They're demanding too. They get right behind the team 100%. The fans never let you down. They never stop supporting the team through the good times and the bad. I think that the team are in with a big chance of going a long way in the Champions League and also being in contention for the league title. I also think they could win the Copa del Rey. I think this coach could really turn Valencia into a huge club. He was really successful last season, and I think he's going to do it again. If I had to pick one player out, it would be Rodrigo Moreno, because he is a player that makes the difference. It's difficult to get goals at this level, but he's got an enormous amount of talent. If I had one wish, it would be for the team to win a title. It's been a long time since we won anything, and it would be great to do it this year, especially with the centenary coming up. It would be really something for the fans if we could win a title. That's my wish. Right now, I'm still at Valencia coaching some of the youth teams. My future is always going to have something to do with football, whether as a coach, commentator, or whatever. In the future, I'm interested in doing anything connected to my lifelong occupation, which is football.
That's all from this week's La Liga World. We'll be back next week with more reports and interviews from La Liga Santander.
Valencia Club de Football are one of the biggest teams in Spain. I've played with great players, world-class players.